I'm the #1 fan. I'm serious about this. Welcome into HSN. I'm Shannon, and we are doing home solutions. I know a lot of you are still calling on our Roomba, our iRobot Today's Special. But speaking of things no home should be without, hello, America. Have you tried our exclusive Professor Amos, the SuperFast Drain Cleaner? It's not a drain opener, it's a drain cleaner. This is not quite a buy one, get one. It's awfully doggone close though. And this is really the last month that we can do any shipment of it, because remember, it's a proprietary formula. It's the only one that I'm aware of that actually breaks down hair, safe for all septic systems, safe for all pipes. Not quite a buy one, get one, pretty close though, because it's the set of 2, anywhere from 8 to 12 applications per bottle. It works immediately. It's on 6 flexible payments, which we never do. Oh, by the way, auto ship, auto ship, auto ship. Do that auto ship. That's what I'm doing, because it's really the last month where you can get it. And free shipping. Okay, the only thing that's missing, because I love your setup there, triple threat, Amos Harp III, of course, family-owned company. I am duly impressed, not only with the moves, but you to show everybody how this works. How you doing, my friend?
Oh my goodness, I'm so good to be with you, Shannon. Happy Easter. It's great to be with you.
It is. Hey, you gotta tell everybody, when over 2 million of these have been sold, we almost never have free shipping. You don't get 6 flex pay. The fact that we're doing 6 flex pay, I mean, your company, your family company, it's been around for over 40 years. It's about time we give you free shipping.
Oh my goodness.
But you know, let's be honest, triple threat, that's what I call Amos Harp III, is we are not necessarily having a lot of people come into our homes to, you know, do things and stuff. This is actually the safe, immediate solution to get those drains clean, right?
Yes, absolutely. SuperFast has an accelerated formula. What that means to you is it works on contact. You don't have to wait 60 minutes. It starts to go to work in 10 seconds to break down everything in a foam. SuperFast turns your hair into foam. It turns your food into foam. All your grease and oils turn to foam. That's called saponify. That's the dynamic way that it works. Now, inevitably, all this will pass through your line when you run hot water. You'll run hot water for about 5 minutes, and Shannon, you have a squeaky clean drain line.
Okay, you gotta show them the comparison, because I don't care if you got the red bottle, the yellow bottle, the green bottle, anybody's bottle.
You're right.
It does not, I mean, first of all, plumbers even tell you, don't use that stuff, it'll eat your pipes. This is not like what we see at our grocery store.
Oh, look at that. I'm pouring they tell you to pour the whole bottle in there. Products like these contain acid, ammonia, bleach, animal fats, and lyes. That's a highly corrosive materials that you're pouring down the drain line. Now, what happens is I want you to stop and take a look. 90% of those chemicals trickle. They ooze right past the clog, and they'll end up down here at that curve unit. That curve unit's designed to hold fluids so that odors don't come back up and permeating through your house, but the chemicals are sitting there building heats of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Shannon, that's too hot. Remember, it's still cold out in parts of the country, and behind all that drywall, behind all that tile, you have cold pipes. And when they go from extremely cold to hot fast, they'll crack. And that's when you got to call a plumber and invite the plumber into your home. Listen, do yourself the biggest favor. Try our SuperFast with the proprietary formula, with the accelerated formula. And I want you to count to yourself right now, how long does it take for this SuperFast to activate and go to work? You'll see that it only takes 10 seconds or less to start to go to work. Within 10 minutes, you hear your drain lines burping and they're gurgling. Ultimately, you'll hear that suction sound. It goes when something goes down the drain line, and that's last week's food. That's last month's food. Shannon, even last year's food, it's hardened and solidified in your drain line. It's breaking that down into foam, saponifying everything.
And saponify is a real word. Okay, but you got to show them what you're going to do next. Now, I always say this disclaimer: do not do this at home if you're using somebody else's jug of something. So the clog that the other guys left behind, it'll even take away what the other guys left in my drain line.
That's right. Yeah, they tell you not to mix chemicals, just like you were saying, but say hello to my little friend. There's no acid, there's no ammonia, there's no animal fats in here. So it has that accelerated formula that gets through the acid and gets through the bleach and the ammonia and starts to saponify on contact with that accelerated formula. So all you do is leave it sit, let the product do the work. My dad's Professor Amos. He taught me growing up. He said, son, above all things, get understanding. Let the product do the work so you don't have to. Shannon, we want you to work smarter.
Not
harder.
harder, all in unison. We've actually got a little videotape that I'd love for you to speak to as well. And then, of course, just, rinse that out. For me, though, we get a lot of phone calls from hairdressers, from dog groomers, not only safe for all pipes, all septic systems. It's not quite a buy one, get one free. It's pretty doggone close. And this is triple threat, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the last month that we can really do this product, right?
It goes into mid-May.
Okay, gotcha.
Mid-May, and that's our last call. Just like you're about to tell them, that's our last call because we can't ship it all year round because of the proprietary formula that it's made out of. So yeah, we're getting down to the limit here.
Now, let me ask you this. We say drain cleaner, not
That's right.
opener. Drain cleaner, what's the difference?
What that means to you is it's opening and cleaning your drain line. Most of these consumer products that you buy from the store will only put a temporary fix. They might open it a little bit with the heat that it builds in your drain line, but within a week, I've heard these products, the clog comes back within a week. You use our SuperFast. It doesn't just open the drain line, but it's cleaning that sidewall. There's nothing oily or sticky left behind to attract that new hair clog or that new detergent clog that clogs your lines out. That's why your drain lines are going to stay cleaner longer when you're using our SuperFast drain cleaner.
Now, is it safe from a pretty old commode and porcelain and all that stuff?
We don't use SuperFast in the commode.
Or in the commode, but you know what I mean, the big old sink.
Okay, yeah, it works in the big old sink, the slop sink, but here's what you're going to use for the toilet, the commode. Our Fast PM, that's designed to go down the toilet, and it's designed for your wash machine and your dishwasher and your garbage disposal. So if you have anything like that, you get 45 applications with our Fast PM. That's exactly what it's made for, is those units there. But let me show you this. If you didn't know, the drain line of your kitchen sink, it's the dirtiest place in your whole house. Shannon, there's 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch in the drain line of your kitchen sink. You got to eliminate that right there because bugs and critters, they feed on that night and day. And what I want to show you next is this big hunk of oil byproduct right here represents last week's food, last month's food, even last year's food. It's hardened and solidified in your drain line. All you do is pour 8 ounces, like you said earlier, 6 to 8 ounces down your drain line. Let the product do the work. Work smarter, not harder. No need to get a plunger and start putting all that wear and tear on there or the snake and grinding out your drain lines. Just leave it sit and let it break it down into foam, saponifying everything. The next thing I want to show you is we have one of the only hair dissolving formulas in the country that we know of at HSN. If it's pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, or fur, SuperFast will turn that hair into foam in about 10 minutes. It saponifies it right away. It
does. Hey, you can see that videotape as well. And I'm going to defer to my producer, Jared. Jared, do we only have a couple thousand of the auto ship? Am I seeing that correctly? I'll just tell you right now, get that auto ship. The fact that he's on 6 flex pay, I don't know if they can load more auto ship into inventory, but at least when I printed my show, there are fewer than 2,000. That is not a lot because we're in over 100 million homes. And at a time in America when A, we're home more, but B, you might be putting something down those drains you shouldn't be putting down there. That's why you really want that PM.
Yeah.
What are you showing them there in your little studio?
Oh my, can you see what's in there? Now listen, we're spending so much time at home right now. And when you're washing your hands repetitively and all the detergents and the soaps and everything are going down that drain line and you have the hair clinging to it, hair is the #1 culprit whenever it comes to your clogs at home. And it just builds and builds and builds till your lines are totally choked out and nothing can get through. You have to clean and maintenance that drain line. Now, what I'm saying when I say that is you don't have to wait till you have a clog. Get SuperFast and have it on the ready because it's inevitable. It's not if, it's when you're going to have a drain clog. Now, there's no job too big or too small when it comes to SuperFast. So you can use it on the big lines, the big 6-inch lines that go from under your house out to the sidewalk down to the city sanitation. And there goes 8 ounces of our SuperFast in test tube #1. Shannon, I'm going to pour the whole bottle in test tube #2. That's what they tell you to do. And what I want to point out, this is very important for you to understand. 90% of those chemicals trickle past your clog and they end up down there at the bottom of your pipes. And the chemicals, the acid is sitting there building heats of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That'll crack your line. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, Shannon, look at our SuperFast go to work on that grease and oil in your drain line and the hair and the bugs and the critters. and everything that feeds down there on that stuff. It just breaks it all down into foam. Saponifies everything.
It does, but I always have to say this because it's so effective. Safely, 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 and it works. Now remember, and I don't know if they can put more in the auto ship or not, at this point we have fewer than 2,000 auto ship. Remember, you can customize that delivery, but trust me, as someone who has gone to hsn.com and has seen that it is sold out, you never, ever, ever want to be without this. I would do that auto ship, if only because it's not quite a buy one, get one, pretty dangerously close to that, 8 to 12 applications per bottle, but we're doing free shipping. We don't do free shipping. We just don't. No, well, and if we do, you sure don't get 6 flex pays. So I guess while we've got a lot of safe at home HSN employees, I guess while the cat's away, the mice will play. And that's the only reason that I can think of that we're doing this with free shipping and $5 and change. Because, you know, at the end of the day, once people get your product at home, you know, there's a reason that you've sold over 2 million. It works better, it works faster, but it's safer, and it's more effective than what we will find at a grocery store.
Yep, it's definitely safer than what you're going to see at your home stores and your depots. Now, what I just showed you here, Shannon, your designer sinks at home. You know, we have glass, we have porcelain, travertine, all the exotic stuff. SuperFast is absolutely safe on your sinks and your fixtures, but down below, it will definitely break down all the grease and oil. You get the proprietary action going on. It's breaking down all the hair, the skin products, the hair products, the food products. It's breaking it all down into foam, and you let that happen. You give it about 10 minutes to break down, and then you'll run hot water for 5 minutes, just like you see right here. You run that water for 5 minutes, and everything has been suspended free from your drain line, all the greases and oils, and it's just inevitably everything passes right through there when you let that water run for the 5 minutes. And like I said, squeaky clean drain lines.
It is. Boy, you have to read some of the customer reviews. They read like love letters. I mean, whether you're someone like me and you're dealing with a lot of hair, or we're like you said, whether it's shaving cream or this anti-ager, that anti-ager, you know, there's stuff that is building up in our pipes. And that's why I always want to pose the question to you. Not quite a buy one, get one, pretty doggone close, free shipping. We never do that. 6 flex pay. I don't know if they can put any more in auto ship, but at this point we have fewer than 2,000 on that auto ship. So Amos Harp III, again, triple threat. If somebody is channel surfing and if they've tried other, you know, drain openers, we have to make that distinction again. This is cleaning the drain, right?
That's right. If you're just tuning in, this is our SuperFast drain cleaner. It's not a drain opener. What that means to you is it doesn't just open your drain line. What you're going to see here, this is the dynamic way that it works. It's opening and it's cleaning your drain line. It's turning everything in your drain line into foam. Your grease, your oil, your hair turns to foam, and you give that 10 minutes. It has an accelerated formula. What that means to you is it works on contact. It works within 10 seconds. It starts to break down the greases and oils. Now, when it's done breaking down after 10 minutes, you're just going to run hot water for 5 minutes, squeaky clean drain lines. Now, unlike these consumer products that you see at the store all the time, the red can, the gray can, they all look different. I'll give them that, but they contain the same ingredients. I read the label. You got to be cautious because products like these contain acid, bleach, ammonia, animal fats, and lyes, all those mixed together. It's highly corrosive on your drain lines. Now, the next thing is they tell you to pour half that bottle down your drain line, bottoms up. Here it goes, Shannon. I'm going to pour as much as I can fit down to test tube number 2. But you see how it's oozing and trickling right past your clog? Well, that's what happens at home. It oozes and it trickles right past your clog. And the chemicals sit down here at that curve unit. That curved unit's called a trap. That's to prevent odors from coming back up and permeating through your house. But the chemicals are sitting there building heats, and they're building heats of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, it's cold out still, and when your pipes go from extremely cold to hot fast, they'll crack. And a service call to the plumber, when they knock on your door, that's at least $100, and it doubles or triples around the holidays.
You better believe it. And, you know, I don't know about you. I don't necessarily want somebody else in my house. You know, I want this in my house. Well, nice to have you here. Thank you again for taking time out of your night. Be safe, my friend. Best to you and the whole family, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, if you do want something for, of course, the commode, garbage disposal, all that, ask about that PM. That is also available. I know you saw it in the corner of the screen, but we get a lot of questions on, you know, what I